Okay, guys, I'm going to give you a little heads up here on buying rollers from people. It's a real clean bike. It's real clean rollers. Nothing wrong with it at all. But this is why you should probably take everything back apart, start all over. Of course, you have to anyway when you do final assembly, but see the brake caliper's missing. No big deal there. But some of the things I want to point out as I was taking this thing apart, um, some of the hardware was just like right here where your forward controls go. In my opinion, this paint needs shaving off. They shaved it off here for the motor mounts, and they shaved it for the transmission. But in my opinion, you should shave all this paint off because just like with your motor mounts, it can come loose because most custom paint's really thick, just like this, and it can come loose, and like your motor would be loose right here. That's probably close to a 1/16 inch thick. But anyway, I mean you can kind of see how thick it is. But anywhere that you're going to have torqued pieces on paint like this should have been shaved off. And the really weird thing about this particular roller, they did it here, here, here. But they didn't do it here. But that's okay. And they had Loctite to these bolts on. I mean, super good Loctite, which is good. But we're not ready for Loctite, and that's okay too. We'll go back and, in other words, what I'm saying is they didn't know what they should have done. And just to be a roller, this shouldn't have been Loctite because you still have to pull this back off to put a motor in here. So whatever on that. But anyway, I want to show you something really interesting on this particular bike. This is going to be a new build. It's going to build this year. Brand new upbuild. I don't generally buy rollers. If it was a smoking good deal on this thing, that's when I bought it. Same thing over here, And these controls were just hand tight. They had Loctited here and not Loctited here. And then even up here, like I want to show you this right here. Axle hardware was super tight. I mean, way over torqued. Brake hardware way over torqued, which that's fine. That's okay. But I went to take the rotor bolts out, and look what I did by hand. I took 3 of them out by hand, literally just like this. This will be the third one actually that I took out by hand. So always go behind whoever you buy something from like this, and check it. You have to tear it down anyway because this front rim's coming off. We're going to cool 21 over there. But like the forks need to be took back off, and make sure everything's tight, bearings, torqued, all that stuff. Just a neat little bit of information there if you ever decide to build a frame up bike. It's not that hard. There's really not much to them. But just don't trust anybody else's work on something like that. And although you're buying as a roller, you understand that, that's a given, that it pretty much has to be taken back apart. But why go to the trouble to strip paint here like you should, and then Loctite this onto this painted surface, knowing that control was going to vibrate like a mother, and rub that paint off, and then it's going to be loose and Loctited, and it's really going to booger up the threads and probably break bolts, and your foot control's going to fall off, and your foot's going to drag the ground. Then you're going to break your leg and get it caught up around the primary. Yay, no good. Anyway, that's what you need to look at when you're buying a roller or something like this. Just tear it all down, start all over. Which we'll paint this thing. It's not going to stay this red color. I'm going to do a different color. It's going to be a shovel head, 6-speed, open belt drive, 3.5 inch open belt drive. It'll have a fat tire on the back, big fat tire. Should look good. Belt drive. It'll have a primary belt and a dry belt on it. So should be a cool little build. Little peanut tank. Wassel style peanut tank. Alright. Check your nuts, people. You never know. Peace out.